Welcome to another edition of Desi's Soapbox. For those of you who know me know that I'm very passionate about our criminal justice system in America and how it's a complete and utter failure. I just want to throw some interesting facts out here for you guys so you can understand the state of our criminal justice system. And I'm going to be reading some stuff that I found off AmericanProgress.org just to give them a little bit of credit. 30% of the U.S. population is minority, but 60% of that is prison population. So, why are we arresting why is our prison population 60% of minority people when there are only 30% in America? That doesn't make sense to me. And why are we arresting so many people when the crime rates have actually been going down since the 1990s? Our incarceration has gone up 700% from 1970 to 2005. That just doesn't make sense. Crime rates are going down, but incarceration rates are going up. Please explain how that makes any sense. 1 in 3 African American men can be expected to go to prison in their lifetime. One in 36 Hispanic men can expect to go to prison in their lifetime. But it's 1 in 106 white men can expect to go to prison in their lifetime. How does that make sense? 1 in 3 black men, but 1 in 106 white men? That's extremely disproportionate. Blacks and Hispanics are 3 times more likely to be searched during a traffic stop, 2 times more likely to be arrested, and 4 times more likely to experience some use of force during that encounter than white people. Why? Black and Hispanic students represent 70% of those involved in school-related arrests. African Americans make up 2/5 and Hispanics 1/5 of the confined youth today. None of this makes sense. The number of women incarcerated has increased 800% over the last 3 decades. African American women are 3 times more likely than whites to be incarcerated, and Hispanic women are, get this, 69% more likely than whites to be incarcerated. So the war on drugs has primarily been waged in minority neighborhoods, and there's 3 reasons why this is so popular, I guess. 1, these minority neighborhoods, they're politically powerless. They're not going to raise a big stink about it. You're not going to hear about it on the morning news that somebody was arrested in the Bluff, unless it was some serious criminal charge. There's not going to be any political backlash for this. Let a white person get arrested for something minor, and then you're going to hear about it. They're going to write their senator, they're going to write their congressman, they're going to take it to the president or the governor of the state or whatever, and they're going to cause a headache for somebody. But these minority neighborhoods, they're not going to. So the police focus mostly on these minority neighborhoods. Also, the open-air drug markets make it easy for the police to do buy and busts. And the third reason is because minorities fit the classic drug dealer description and the classic trafficker description. Even though there have been documentaries about drug trafficking that clearly police know that anybody can be a drug trafficker. It's ridiculous to think that it's just minorities that traffic drugs. It can be a child, it can be a grandmother, it can be a white person, black person, etc. Anybody is going to be a drug trafficker. It could be the Mercedes that you see driving down the road, the minivan, or the Toyota Corolla. But police focus on the minorities because they fit that classic drug dealer type persona. Now, the voter laws have been changed to where felons can't get the right to vote. That leaves about 13% of the African American community without the right to vote. I thought we passed a law about this a long time ago. Like, why are we still disallowing minority races to be able to vote? How are we ever supposed to change the system if we're keeping the people that the system needs to be changed for out of the equation? How, if I have a felony, how am I supposed to change the system if I can't vote for the people that are going to help change the system? I can't hold public office, so I can't physically go in there and do it myself. How am I supposed to change the system if I can't get my voice heard? Guess I'll just have to resort to YouTube. Blacks are 21% more likely to receive mandatory minimums than white people, and 20% more likely to be sentenced to prison. They receive sentences that are about 10% longer than white people too. And the Human Rights Watch said that blacks are no more likely to use or sell drugs than white people, but have higher arrest rates. Only 14% of African Americans are regular drug users, but they make up 37% of those arrested for drugs. Someone please explain to me why we are still enslaving black people in America. Just in a different form. It's called the penal system now.